What up, guys? I'm back for another video for my fight breakdown, just any fight. And this time, one of my good friends, Alex, my Puerto Rican brother, he asked me to break down one of his favorite fighters, if not his favorite fighter, Marvin Hagler. But he wanted me to do the Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hearns fight, and I'm doing it. So after this fight, I promise you guys, I'll put up to a vote the next fight you guys want to break down. The first one I did for one of my Instagram followers. This one I'm doing for my good friend Alex. Now the next one will be for whatever everyone else votes. But let's hop into this fight because it goes down as one of the greatest fights of all times. It doesn't last long, but you guys are going to see why it goes down as one of the greatest. A truly action-packed fight, and I'm going to be breaking it down round by round. So let's hop in, and I hope you guys enjoy. Round number one, Tommy Hearns come walking. Marvin Hagler jumps on him right away. You can see Marvin Hagler trying to get in the chest of Tommy Hearns, and that's what he needs to do because Tommy Hearns is a taller fighter, so he wants to keep him on the outside. He needs to keep popping that jab, and I would say look for those check hooks like that. He's landing good hooks, but don't stay on the ropes. That's not where you want to be. Exchanging with Marvin Hagler, that good uppercuts. Definitely on the inside, you got to go uppercuts, but I would tell Tommy Hearns uppercuts and slide out, uppercut hook, and get out of there. Don't try to stand there and exchange. And Marvin Hagler, good overhand left. I think Marvin Hagler needs to come inside, but he needs to be moving his head. He can't just walk in. He needs to use his head movement and explode off that head movement with a hook or a left hand. Like that. See how he just exploded with that left hook? It was a short inside. Good. Tommy Hearns needs to be moving his head. He can't sit there just throwing punches because he's going to get hit with some bigger shots from Marvin Hagler. Because remember, Tommy Hearns moved up for this fight, and Hagler's a naturally bigger guy. He fought his whole career at middleweight. So Tommy Hearns needs to use that jab and move. Yep, stick and move, stick and move. Hagler needs to be using his head movement and getting inside, touch that body. I would say yes, like that left hand. Tommy Hearns has to get back on that jab. He can't just sit there and just bounce around. Hagler keeps coming forward, so he needs to pop that jab, and the moment Hagler gets inside, he needs to shoot that right hand right away. Hagler can't wait for Tommy Hearns. He has to yes like that. I wouldn't say jump in. I would say double his shots and get on the inside and work, especially to the body. Slow Hearns down. Make him want to fight and engage with you. And Hearns needs to keep doing that. Hit and move. I wouldn't say pull straight back. I would say change your angle because you don't want to get caught in the corner like this. And look, I would say hold. Every time Hearns gets in the corner, he needs to hold. Hit, get out, or hold. He can't stay there with Hagler. Hagler needs to push, and if Hearns tries to hold him, he needs to fight off of it, push him off, and let his hands go. And both guys are working inside. Hagler, I was going to say both guys should be working their uppercuts, but more so Hearns because Hagler's trying to get low, so he needs to lift him up and then hit him with an uppercut hook or uppercut right hand and then get out. He can't stay there because then they get in a firefight like this, and guess what? It favors Hagler because Hearns is the longer fighter with the longer reach, so he wants to be on the outside where Hagler can hit him. But being on the inside, he can hit Hagler, but Hagler can hit him right back. And Hagler's letting his hands go. You can see, and Hearns stumbled a little bit. Hearns wants to sit down in his punches, but he needs space because, see, he hits, and look, Hagler swung and wasn't able to hit him. That's why he needs to hit and move, hit and move. Very, very good round. I know if you guys know the fight, you know what happens in the end, but I'm scoring it. I guess it's habit by now that I've done all these fights and broke it down. I gave that one 10-9 Hagler because Hagler was coming out, putting the pressure and landing shots. Hearns did land. It was an action-packed round where both guys were landing their shots, hitting each other off. But I think Hagler was more effective, and it hurt Hearns. Hearns, especially towards the end, you saw him stumble backwards, and it seemed like Hagler was able to keep Hearns most part on the ropes. And there was a good part where Hearns was moving, hitting and moving, but I don't think it was effective. It didn't slow Hagler down. Now, if I was in Hearns' corner, I'd be like, listen, you can't come out nonchalant. Like you saw how Hearns, he walked out just calmly in the middle of the ring, and then that's when Hagler jumped on him. See, Hagler wants that mindset, like, I'm going to make it a fight, rough, tough. I'm not going to sit back and wait for you to set up that right hand. So if I was in Hearns, I would be like, listen, work that jab, keep him on the outside, and pop a hook off that jab because he's going to come forward. So jab, jab, hook, and then you either turn to your left, get out of there, step to your left, or throw that right hand and then step back and step around. Like step back and then step to your right, get around, use the ring. Don't just keep going straight back because you don't want to stay on the ropes where Hagler's gonna exchange with you. I would just say keep pumping that jab, and I would say no quick jabs, stiff jabs. Make him like hesitant, like, you know, respect your power, like stiff, assertive jabs. And if he comes in range, like if he just bum rushes and you don't have time, shoot that quick right hand and then get out. Jab your way out, slide your way out, but stay in the middle of the ring. That's what I would tell Hearns, and also lift him up with uppercuts. I'd be like, especially when he gets in close, uppercuts, uppercut hook, uppercut right hand, and get out. Now, if I was Hagler, I'd be like, good. Keep putting that pressure on him. The only thing I would say is work your jab and your head movement a little bit more, because Hagler's just trying to jump in one shot and then stay right there and then work. And I don't want him, you know, Tommy Hearns, even though he's moving up, he still has knockout power. He's a knockout puncher. Both guys are strong knockout punchers. So I would say, you know, move your head on the inside, and while you're moving your head, bang his body. Or even if you're on the outside, you know, move your head, and if you see him shoot a shot, you can slip and jump in after that. So I would just tell him, keep the head movement going, and keep pressuring and banging that body, keep touching that body. Even if you just hear a quick left hand to the body, quick jab to the body, keep slowing Hearns down and pushing him back, push him back. But let's hop in round number 2 and see how that goes. Round number 2. See, Hearns shouldn't be just waiting for Hagler. He should be taking steps to the side, moving around and popping that jab. Just like that. Keep popping the jab and moving side to side. Just moving. Keep working that jab, jab, hook, double that jab. And even shoot a right hand every once in a while off that. Hagler can't just be sitting back waiting for Hearns. He should be trying to catch his jab and pop his jab off that, or catch and hook off that. Like, he shouldn't just be letting Hearns move around. Good defense. But see, like Hearns, that's what Hearns needs to do. Just hit and move. But don't get lazy, because you see Hagler, he's trying to jump in, catch him off guard. That's why Hearns needs to be alert the whole time. I think they stepped on each other's foot. But see, this is what Hearns wants to keep, a slow pace fight, and that's all he needs to do. Just jab, hit, move. Don't stay on those ropes, just keep moving, keep moving. Hagler needs to be, like I said, catching the jab and punching off that. He can't just depend on trying to jump in or wait till Hearns gets on the rope or stop punching or start moving. I would say Hearns is bouncing a little too much. I would just say step. See, like that, or he's bouncing. But I would say don't try to load up on your shot. I'll be like quick shots, just quick shots right now, because that was an intense first round, so there was no warm-up. So I would just say, you know, even if you're not tired, catch yourself, relax, you know, slow the pace down, get in your rhythm. Hagler, like I said, he needs to stop. See, he's just headhunting, attack more the body. He needs to work that body. And right there, see, like nothing's happening. He should be trying to jab his way and hit the body and chest. Like, see, like that. If he can touch him, if Hagler can touch him with a jab, that means he's in range, and Hearns is a little too close. So that's what he needs to do, like that. Just keep working. Even though jabs didn't land, it helped him get inside, and that's what you need to do. Keep Hearns distracted with your punches and not understanding that you're getting closer, and guess what? Then you start letting your hands go. Hearns should just keep going out just like that. I would just say, try not to I would say more straight shots. Don't try to look for a lot of like hooks to the body or anything. Just straight shot. Keep him at the end of your range and then move. Hit 1-2s. A left hook is fine to help you like turn the angle, but I wouldn't say like go for body shots or anything. And I think I think Hearns should have tried to tie him up. He got a little lazy, held his hand down, and Hagler got out and started hitting. And don't stay inside. I don't think he should stay inside. See, because look, all that hard work that Hearns was doing this whole round is going away because he let Hagler get inside. Now Hagler's letting his hands go. He should slide out. He needs to slide out or hold. Slide out and hold. Don't just sit there and block shots, because that still wears you out. Especially in a 12-round fight and an intense first round like that was. So, that was a very good round for Hearns. I gave Hearns that 10-9. for him, because that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to keep the fight at a slow pace like that. Like, yes, it may not be exciting, but it favors him by working that jab, keeping Hagler on the outside. You see Hagler just waiting to the moment he gets inside, then he wants to let his hands go, or he'll try to jump with one shot or one or two shots, and then that's it, and mostly to the head. That's why I'm saying Hearns needs to work he's the taller fighter. Hearns is 6'1" and Hagler's 5'9". He has the height and the reach, so he needs to keep Hagler on the outside, keep working that jab, keeping him on the outside. And I wouldn't say, like, if I was in Hearns' corner, I would tell him, like, listen, we won that round. That was a good round. The only thing we didn't like is the last 30 seconds. You stayed on the ropes. I don't care. Hold him, tie him up. Don't exchange with him. But I would tell him, listen, work mostly your straight shots. Keep him on the outside. Work that jab, right hand. Jab, hook. The only time I would say hook is that left hook, and that's to help you turn to your left. And if you need to get out of the ropes or something, you know, turn to your left, use that hook to help get you out. But I'm talking about on the outside. But I was telling him, like, don't try to look for body shots or anything right now. Just keep him on the outside. Wear him down on the outside. Don't look to load up shots. Just keep hitting and moving. Hitting and moving. And don't bounce so much. Just jab, step, jab, jab, step, step, step forward, step back, step to the side, like just step. And if he rushes you, then you slide out and move like that. But don't just try to hop and bounce all around all the time, especially when he's not doing that. It's going to burn you out after, like I said, an intense first round. Like, let's slow the pace down. Let's slow it down. If I was in Hagler's corner, I'd be like, listen, Hagler, you can't sit back and wait on him. Like, you got to step your pace up with him. He just wants to box, bounce around, and let his hands go now. He doesn't want to get in exchange. You have to force the exchange. So what I would tell him is, like, listen, if you're on a southpaw, catch his jab and come over the top with a hook. Catch the jab with your left, come up with a right hook, left hand to the head, or I would prefer right hook to the head, left hand to the body, because slow him down and hit him to the body and back him up into the rope. But I would also say catch, or even catch, work your jab forward, but you got to use your jab. You can't just wait for him to come inside and then let your hands go, or depend on one jump in. I would like, you have to work your jab to get you on the inside a lot more, and then bang the body and push it. Even if he tries to hold you, push him off and then start working, make him uncomfortable every time you get in close or you're in range. So let's hop into round number 3 and see how that goes. Round number 3. See Hagler coming out right-handed, and Hearns, that's 1-2 and then move. That's what he needs to do. Just keep poking that jab out there. He needs to keep working that jab, but not get lazy with the jab. Where Hagler, you see Hagler's coming with that right hand. He switched. Now he's looking for that right hand. So he needs to, I would say, aim more at the chest a little bit. See, like that. Keep him off guard, because now he's headhunting. So he's waiting for you to throw a punch to the head, and then he's going to counter off that. So just keep hitting and moving. Hagler, I was going to say, pick up the pace and throw some punches off that, preferably that jab. Work the jab. Catch and jab, jab. And he needs to attack the body, and that's not where Hearns should be. And Hagler's taking advantage, even though he missed. You see, he started picking up the pace. He's trying to force Hearns to fight at a faster pace now. What's going on? Oh, Hagler was cut right here on his at the end of the first round. So I think he's got the doctor checking on him. So, but Hearns needs to be working that jab and not stay on the ropes for nothing. Just stay around and keep turning. See, jab and hook. He shouldn't reach for the jab. You saw that right leg. He's trying to reach for his shots. Let Hagler come at you and then pop a jab. Hagler needs to work. I don't know why the referee broke it up. They were fighting. Well, at least Hagler was trying to punch. But Hagler needs to, keep picking up his pace, but not just with the pressure, but behind his punches too. I wouldn't say head hunt so much. Aim for the chest. Oh, he hurt Hearns. Good right hand. And Hearns is not beating the count. Is he? Nope. He didn't beat the count. So, third round stoppage for Marvin Hagler. So, but before, what I was saying was, Hearns, he was just trying to jab, and it seemed like towards the end he started reaching. Like, you saw his back leg. Watch when he started punching. Like, he started lifting his right leg or jumping up. He was trying to reach. He should have let Hagler come to him and just stay back, hit, You see what I'm saying? Let him run into shots. You don't jump in forward. Let the shorter guy come to you, especially when you're tired or you're trying to catch your breath, or if you're a little hurt. Let the shorter guy do all the work, come to you, and you just stop him in his tracks in place. You see what I'm saying? Now, Hagler, that was good that he started letting his hands go, but I would say the only thing with Hagler is he needed to let his hands go a little bit more. Like, I know he was trying to sit down on his shots a lot more, but when someone's like moving like that and is tired or hurt or just, you know, tallified, like, you need to break them down little by little. And that's what I would say is, like, work the jab a little bit more or touch the body a little bit more to help set up that big hook. And then you saw, like, once he noticed, like, he caught him with that hook, he heard him, and he did good, like, running after him, pressuring him, and then delivered a hard right hand that stopped Tommy Hearns. So that was really good from both guys. This was a really good fight. This is actually, I think, my third time watching this fight. First time breaking it down. I've seen highlights of this fight a lot, and this was like a classic, especially that first round. I think that first round was voted, like, I believe, round of the year or one of the greatest rounds of all time. And that first round was like intense, where you see him saying Hagler jumped on Hearns right away, because you could see right away the way Hearns walked out, like, just all calm, like. And if you know the build-up, like, Hearns was talking a lot, running his mouth, and he was feeling confident, like he was gonna outbox and outshine Marvin Hagler. And you could see the way he carried himself, his demeanor is like, I'm in control. And that was right away, I liked from Hagler right away. He jumped on him and threw a hook. It was like, no, you're in my ring, I'm control, I'm the undisputed champion. Like, you see, he'd start letting his hands go. He started implementing, putting the pressure, and already made Hearns realize, oh my goodness, like, I'm in a fight, like, it's not going to be as easy as I thought. And you could see, like, even though it wasn't as the second and third round were as intense, it still played, you know, in Hearns' mind, where he was like I said, especially that third round, you see how he's reaching a lot, lifting his leg up, he's jumping up, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it affected him. That first round kind of like wore him down and made him desperate. So that was a good move from Hagler. Very good fight, great first round. Loved it. Trying to think what else. But honestly, these are like, that's like, that round was like one of the best rounds of all time, because it's two great fighters, knockout punchers. If you know anything, both guys are knockout punchers, aggressive fighters that, you know, are banging away, bombing on each other. To see them standing and just sitting there trading, wanting to knock each other out, and you could see they hurt each other. Like I said, Hearns, I pointed out with Hearns stumbling back, but if you also notice, watch Hearns, he hit, when he was on the ropes, he was landing uppercuts and a small overhand right that hurt Hagler, because you could see, like, Hagler kind of backed up if you go back and watch it. And even when Hearns got away from the ropes and was in the middle of the ring and Hagler had his back to the ropes, you could see, like, he kind of just stood there, and Hearns started punching, and he started backing up a little bit, and it was like, you know, he got caught, buzzed, but you see how he stayed composed, like, I'm not, you know, he's not panicking, he's still moving back, still thinking. So it's like a great fight and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. I know it wasn't a long fight, it was just 3 rounds, but it was enjoyable. Like I said, I did it for my good friend Alex. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Like I said, now I'll put up a vote, guys, or I'll ask the question, what fight do you guys want to see me break down? Then I'll put up the vote after you guys tell me what vote fight you guys want me to break down next. But like always, guys, this was fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this new series of any fight I break down. Also check my other playlist, because there's gonna be a lot more fights to come of me just breaking down. So until next time, guys, this is El Castigador. I'll see you.